CPR can save a life, many lives in fact, but a new study suggests that women are much less likely than men to receive CPR from a bystander and more likely to die. Why is that? Researchers say one of the reasons might be that people are too afraid to touch a woman's chest in public. And the irony is this is the one time when, look, someone is either dead or not dead. This is not the time to be like, well, you know, I wouldn't want to make anyone uncomfortable here. And this is, I mean, this is what's happening, though.
It's true.
The data is troubling.
Yeah, and men are much more likely then to survive because they're much more likely to receive that CPR timely that keeps the blood going to their brains and keeps them alive. But I think it's really important to point out that when we're training in CPR, the mannequins, it's actually really hard to even find a female mannequin. And so people don't realize that if you're actually doing CPR properly on a woman, you're not even touching her breast. You're going right in the center of the chest, in that firm area.
Back in our day, all we had was Annie. It was resuscitation.
Well, this, okay, I'm not even,
she was cute, though.
I'm not kidding when I tell you that we requested a female CPR dummy, okay?
Well, that's just neuter.
The reality is anyone who's taken a CPR class, and even us when we trained, is you're used to looking at a torso and chest that appears to be more of that of a male. So you could understand how someone who is not professionally trained may think twice if they see a woman who's full-chested, but the reality is CPR is meant to save a life. You're essentially trying to maintain blood flow to the brain. So whether a man or a woman, quite frankly, regardless of their chest size, when someone lays down, those breasts will naturally fall to the side.
Yeah.
You're taking the heel of your hand right in the middle of that chest, right? And so it does not matter. That soft tissue of the chest does not affect what you're trying to do with CPR. And this is just a scenario where if you see someone go down and you're trained in CPR, the sooner you start chest compressions, the more likely they are to survive. And so I can't emphasize this enough. People are so afraid and panic. But if you train in CPR, I don't care if you have a female dummy or not, just be prepared. Think through the scenario. What am I going to do if I'm walking through the airport and I see someone down? Train through what steps you're going to take so you are prepared in that emergency.
You'll save a life.
Absolutely.
I mean, when we trained, we didn't, before we started CPR, oh, excuse me, what's your gender?
No, but you know what?
Yeah.
But for a lay person, it's different. There's a whole issue of political correctness. Is it going to look like I'm fondling this woman or being homophobic? Hey, I don't want to put my mouth on the same. Right.
Well, over 350,000 Americans have a heart attack or a heart incident a year outside the hospital. And it's so critical, like you said, just to start it right on time. Don't even call 911. Start those first chest compressions. Get one cycle in before you stop. That's much more likely to save their life.
Right. And remember, we got desensitized. When we were in medical school, I bet you a lot of us had that same trepidation, you know? So if you're in an emergency, it's an emergency.
Yeah, and remember that all states
for the middle
do
of the
have
chest.
Good Samaritan laws. I think a lot of people now are also worried about liability. And all states now have Good Samaritan laws that if you start CPR in good faith and you're trying to save someone's life, they're not going to sue you. You could do tremendous good.
A CPR class may be the most important class you take in your life because incidentally, a lot of these cardiac arrests do occur at home. And what's crazy is when you look at the studies, a lot of times when these heart attacks occur in the home, people aren't getting CPR because people do not know what to do. And we don't have time to talk about it, but you know, we were going to talk about cardiac.
This and you know, your comfort level is so high doing this. You've done it. It's what you do. But if anybody takes a course, they're going to get more comfortable. They're not going to hesitate.
And the beauty of it is, believe it or not, defibrillators are so much more commonplace now that if you have two people in a situation, if one is performing high-quality chest compression CPR while the other one calls 911 and is hopefully able to locate a defibrillator nearby, if you can get that defibrillator on someone's chest after good quality chest compression CPR, their survival rates skyrocket. And it's truly a remarkable thing that all of us have the ability to save a life.